people are going to trade school, becoming plumbers, selling their business to private equity, and becoming millionaires. Let's see if I can speed run that. To do this, I went to trade school, spent a day shadowing a real plumber, and then finally started my own plumbing business and had my big meeting with private equity to see if I could become a millionaire like so many other plumbers.
I want everybody to introduce you to Macy. Show her the ropes, everything, all right?
First up was trade school. This is a 5-month program, but I figured I could get the gist in a few hours.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With your boots.
Well, I thought about getting boots, and then I thought I would just see what boots everybody else had, and then I could pick out the cool ones after that. No, I was just gonna see like what kind of styles you guys had, and then... Yeah, I don't think these have steel toe.
Steel toe, composite toe.
I'll keep my feet out of the way for today.
Do me a favor, next time you come to class, wear your boots. Don't come to class without no boots on.
Got it. All right, minor misstep for me to show up in sneakers, but now I was ready to be a star student. Do you have gloves? Okay.
You got smaller hands than most to be all
We'll
right.
make it work, thank you.
Who's gonna be nice and show new guy how to cut?
This is 2 left hands. Okay. All right, oops. Now I was ready to be a star student. My classmates started teaching me how to cut cast iron pipe with scissor cutters. Okay. Whoa. Nice.
There you go, okay. Okay, you know what you're doing. Use all the muscles you got.
Okay.
Push down.
All right.
Ready?
This is not the one you want. This one, this one.
I'm gonna try. Start over. Boom.
Just,
Boom.
okay.
One more time.
One more.
So now here, we're gonna do it with a little bit more speed.
Okay.
1, 2. 1, 2.
There you go.
It wasn't that bad.
Not that bad.
Cut straight.
That looks pretty clean to me.
Cut straight. Cut off though. You made mark. You're not on mark. Okay, that's the old
I
cut.
scraped my elbow because I keep falling when I cut the pipe. Why'd you guys decide to do plumbing?
Plumbing is because good money and good opportunities.
I tried to be a nurse. It just didn't feel right, and then I went to college and I hated it. Like every day was miserable. Like, you know what? Let me try trade school. I don't know, it kind of made me fall in love with plumbing.
All right, this one I have to do fast or I know it'll shatter.
Whoa, what you mean now?
Whoa.
It's angled.
They're good. That's good. They're good. That's usable.
That's usable. It's a good grade to me.
That's good. That's good. Guys, Marcy did cut by sub. Give a round of applause, guys. Did cut by sub. I like that.
So I did college like when I got out of high school, but I just wanted to enter the work field that was like, a little more job security for me.
Come on, Edwin. Give me a good cut. The eyes is on you, Edwin. It's good work. It's not easy, but
Not easy for Edwin.
Edwin, you could cut.
Throwing shade over there.
Cut this out.
Wow.
Edwin, do a good cut, guys. Give Edwin a round.
Let's go, Edwin.
All right, guys.
By the time the 20 weeks is up, everybody will be comfortable to build out a whole bathroom by themselves.
What kind of information is in the book? Is it like codes and stuff that you have to memorize?
More so fixtures, pipes, and pipes and lengths of pipes.
Let's take this out for me. Be mindful of the position of your band. Be uniform with the pipe. Be uniform with your band. And put it in a position that a guy could access it.
So now this is off, then what?
And then the next one next to it.
Okay, next one next to it, got it. I'll just keep going.
There you go. There you go.
So that's like the pipe I was cutting.
Right.
Take this.
Then we get the waste out. Again, we need to know it's not just a job. Without our work, people get sick.
The guys in my class were great, but I wanted to meet one of the only 2 female students at Burke, Lauren, who's becoming an electrician.
It's basically you're going to come from the power here. So it's going to be lamp, switch, lamp, ground wire, neutral, and this is going to be the hot wire. Does that make any sense?
It does. Why did you decide to become an electrician?
2020, during the big timeout, I got a lot of time to think. And at the time I was in college. And I thought about, what I wanted. I wanted consistency. I wanted something that would make me feel accomplished, make me feel proud of myself. There's a satisfaction with, you flick the light on, even for these projects right now, you flick the light on, you're like, oh, I did that,
Yeah.
right? And I wanted that feeling, but on a grander scale, so I became an electrician.
Would you recommend other women to go into the trade?
Oh my God, yeah. A few weeks ago, we had some high schoolers. There were women who came in just to look around, and I felt so excited. There's nothing wrong. I love, again, all my male classmates, but I would love to see more people like me. I'm like 4 foot, like what, like 10? Anyone could do it. There's like an association with like big burly construction workers or something like that. But it's like there's a big need for also people who can reach into small spaces. Yeah. Sometimes like my classmates are like, hey, Lauren, can you come help me? Because you have small fingers and you can actually get this. So there's a need for it.
As interest in the trades has grown so much recently, Burke realized that they need more space for students. After my school day, I went to tour their new building.
It is sitting at roughly over 16,000 feet, which is where we're coming from right now is 7,000 feet. So we're doubling.
Why do you think trades are a better option for these students?
Because a lot of them have specific things they need to do right now in their life where they don't have time for 4 and 5 years. A lot of them want to help take care of their family. Their mother, their father have been in situations that, you know, they risk things in order to get to where they need to get into life. So they want to repay them. And this right here is one of our new plumbing classes. And as you can see so far, how much bigger it's going to be from the one you came. So this right here is going to be our new student resource center. They can do their resumes in here. They can do their mock interviews, get prepped for when they go on real job interviews. We help them go to work. Traditional college, once you graduate, they kick you out. They say, good luck. Thanks for your money. Hope you get a job. Here, we do not do that.
I know how to do these. Easy, light work. I know how to do that. I know how to cut this pipe. No big deal. It was finally my first day as a plumber. A chance to put all my knowledge from trade school into practice. All right, this is not the way I learned. Is this easier than one of the scissor cutters?
What is a scissor cutter?
The day is finally here. I am a plumber's apprentice today. It smells like the 4th of July. We're here in Queens working with Dove Plumbing. I'm going to be the greatest plumbing apprentice anyone has ever seen. I'm dressed for success. I can't wait to get the day started. Ugh. Since I'm an apprentice, I had to start with grunt work, but I still wanted to do my best. That feels like a tripping hazard. Because I'm a good apprentice. And to learn more about what it's like to actually run a plumbing business. Where do you get your supplies?
We get our supplies from plumbing supplies. Usually in Brooklyn.
Are the supplies expensive? Like, is that like a considerable cost?
Everything is going up. Most of the fee that you're going to be paying when you're paying a plumber is for service, warranty, reputation.
To carry this sink inside. Are you ready for the sink in there? I mean, this is obviously a house that's not in use. These pipes don't seem like they have like waste in them. How often are you working with pipes that are kind of gross?
Twice a week.
All right, that's not bad.
Not bad, no.
A lot of this story is about how private equity is buying a lot of plumbing businesses. Would you consider selling it to private equity, or you would want to sell it to another plumber?
Anybody else today? I'm just gonna pick up my phone just for a second. Hi, this is Dove Plumbing.
How are you?
I'm sorry? Can you call back an hour? We're just a little busy for telemarketing calls right now. Trying to figure out a way how to get rid of those phone calls. They stop us about 5 times a day.
You just get that many scam calls?
Yeah, that's a scam right there, yeah.
That's so frustrating because you can't take your phone number offline.
No, we're paying for our phone number online.
So marketing is one of your biggest expenses.
Correct, yeah. You gotta spend $15,000 to $16,000 a month to get customers, yeah.
We spend a lot on Yelp. There's a lot of people that use Google or Angie's List, but we like Yelp.
How'd you find us?
I think it was actually Yelp. So your Yelp is working.
We paid $63.40 for your click.
And I'm not paying you at all.
Yeah.
All right, so the sink goes on. Okay, so it looks done. I don't know what all these extra steps are about. Sink installed.
Well, we did good for working without knee pads.
Okay. It was break time, so I wanted to check in with Dove on how I was doing so far.
You're doing great for your first day. A few little hiccups there and there, nothing crazy.
Okay, so I've only done step 1, and then I got lost.
But we definitely would give you a shot if you're looking for a plumbing job.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Was it this hard for you as an apprentice? I feel like I'm having a really hard time.
It was a little tough in the beginning. It wasn't easy, yeah. There was definitely times that I was helping somebody repair a shower and my eyes were literally just closing on me because it was just so boring because I was just a helper. The second that guy had to go for lunch and I was doing it on my own, then it became so interesting and I was wide awake.
How long were were you an apprentice?
6.5 years.
And then immediately after that, you started your own business?
Yeah.
Why were you interested in plumbing in the first place?
It's not construction that you get laid off in the middle of the winter when it's raining. You're usually working indoors most of the time.
I feel like the trades generally people have thought of as like a second option to college, but then now there's this like resurgence where like a lot of Gen Z is like choosing to go into the trades first. Do you think that's a good thing that they're like giving it more of a consideration?
I would definitely suggest that to my 2 boys that I have, yeah.
I figured while the other guys are on break, I should practice up some plumbing skills. Excellent, 3 ducks. A lot of plumbers I've talked to said that they like this industry because it's so stable, because plumbing is always needed and can't be replaced by automation or AI. I don't actually know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna stop before I break something. AI replacing your job is a legitimate fear lately. For example, Shopify is asking employees to try using AI first before hiring someone new now. It's important to not just keep up with the news, but to read between the lines. Stories like this can be spun a dozen different ways. That's why we've partnered with Ground News. It's an independent app and website that brings together sources from around the web and shows you each outlet's bias, credibility, and funding. Of the nearly 100 sources that covered this story, 85% are highly factual. All the coverage mentioned fear of AI replacing jobs, but right-leaning outlets were more likely to acknowledge the potential for new skills and productivity, where left-leaning outlets focus more on potential job losses. So many headlines now just feel like clickbait, but Ground News makes it easier to actually cut through that and think critically. I got my viewers 40% off the same unlimited access Vantage plan that I've been using. Go to ground.news/brew, the link is in the description, or scan the QR code. It's about $5 a month to find the angles your go-to news sources might be missing. Time to get back to work and get some water flowing to the beautiful sink I built.
While you're holding it, I will cut a piece off. This is a handheld cutter.
Oh, can I try one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, getting there, getting there. It's so hard.
All right,
There we
there's
go.
that.
I loosened it up. What on earth is that board with all those screws sticking out of the back of it? Listen, the guy before us did shoddy work. That's what I'm seeing.
Definitely looks like a lot of pieces put together here, yeah. We got pressure on the water line, great. Johan, drain the boiler. I'm sorry, drain the hot water heater. We got too much pressure on this water line here.
How often does that happen?
Sometimes it happens. Can you open the shower here? Should turn it all the way to the 9 o'clock position.
Oh, the handle just came off. Okay, it did kind of work, even though the handle fell off. Oh no, now the telemarketers are calling again?
No, come on, I need some help here. I need some help here. I need some help here.
Thank you.
Yikes. I decided to quit before this gets any harder. It was a hard day's work. You gotta be strong, you gotta be thinking ahead and problem solving, because the last guy before you left a bunch of mess, and then you're dealing with the problem that's whatever's wrong in the first place. It's hard work. I'm starting to wonder if I want to be a plumber at all. Maybe though I could start my own company. My own company of all women plumbers, because it's all men plumbers around here, and they're helpful and they're great and I love them, but what if it was all women? That would be great. I'm gonna start my own company that's all female plumbers, then I'm gonna sell it immediately. First, I had to start my own business and find someone to pitch it to. I chose Alpine Investors, which has acquired over 250 plumbing, HVAC, and electrical companies in the last 6 years through its subsidiary, Apex Service Partners. Most PE firms just try to increase profits and sell the businesses after 3 to 5 years, but Alpine and Apex haven't yet. I was ready to see what I could get from my company. Graham, it's great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Macy.
Some materials for you.
Awesome.
For you, sir. Graham, I'm here today to pitch you on the greatest investment opportunity that has ever walked through that door. Plumber is the new plumbing company that is taking this industry by storm. I'm sure you're wondering, what are my credentials? Thank you for asking. I have more plumbing experience than 98.8% of Americans. I have installed over 1,000 millimeters of pipe. I have used plumbing for 24 years. Everyone I meet is immediately charmed by me. And if you're not sold yet, we have even more. We have strong differentiation because only 3.5% of plumbers are women. But at Plumber, 100% of plumbers are women.
Which is you.
Which is me.
Nice.
Yes. We have memorable brand power and strong branding.
Love it.
We can promote it on my Instagram, which has over 40,000 followers. We will be carbon neutral by 2035 because we transport always by my bike or the subway. I don't have a van.
Nice. So you're saving some emissions.
We're saving emissions and costs. I know you guys love to cut costs, so I've already cut them for you. On this paper, I have written the number of the amount of investment that I would like for my business. And could you read that aloud, please?
It says you go first. You want me to...
What would you buy my business for?
Well, Macy, I think in a few years, your business is going to be super, super interesting. I think today, probably not so interesting.
I'm giving you the opportunity to get in on the ground floor. That's a bad investment by you.
Well, you still got a long way to go.
This isn't how I thought this would go. When can I come back? What do I need to have before you'll buy my business?
So I'd say you want to have probably about 2 million of revenue or more.
Okay, so we just need a little bit more from where we're at right now.
You want to have Google reviews that are 4.8 stars or higher.
I can buy those. I can fake that so easily, Graham. I can have that today.
You want to have a brand that people recognize.
Is there anything else that my business needs before you're going to buy it?
I mean, you're going to need to have technicians.
Right.
And you want to see that technicians, typically have been there for a number of years, and that you're keeping them and retaining them and make it a place that they want to work, so that when we buy it, they're going to stay on. You want to have a list of, several thousand customers that are excited, that you've done a great job for, that when you sell them to us, we can inherit those customers, and then they become a kind of permanent part of our business.
This is so much more work than I thought it was going to be. That's going to take a long time. Why are you guys so interested in the plumbing industry?
So to put it in perspective, the entire software industry in the United States is about $650 billion in 2023, and the plumbing, HVAC, and electrical business is about $500 billion. So it's absolutely massive. It's mission critical. It's not something you can do without.
You come in, you put in a new CEO who's young and excited. Then you all retain control and are making more of the big picture decisions.
Mm-hmm. So the first thing we do, the leader's usually retiring. We put in our own leader. We put that person through a whole training program on how to run a company, and specifically how to run a plumbing company. We put in place new IT systems and new financial systems, which they typically don't have, or if they do, they're antiquated. And then we really focus on hiring and training technicians to make them more productive.
Private equity in the plumbing industry is polarizing. Technicians sometimes complain of more intense working hours or being forced to push expensive upgrades on service calls. But the company owners who are selling get a nice payday and the ability to retire. It doesn't always go as planned, though, with some owners later regretting the loss of control after the sale. What do you have to say to critics of private equity who think that private equity coming in degrades service quality and lowers working conditions for the technicians?
I think private equity in general gets a pretty bad rap, and some of that is very deserved, I will say. We track the Google reviews before and after we buy them, and we also track the stat that I'm most proud of is that technicians make about 40% more.
Are the customers paying 40% more?
No, the technicians are just going to more houses, and they have more jobs, and so the technicians are just getting a lot more work done per day.
All right, Graham, thank you for explaining private equity's interest in plumbing. I've learned a lot. Listen, you're really not interested in Plumber?
Not yet.
Okay, but marketing is super important, and marketing could help change your mind.
It could, yeah.
All right. Great to meet you, Grant.
Nice to meet you, Macy.
Oh, no. Uh-oh, you need a plumber. But you have such a great vibe going in your apartment. You don't want to bring a man in here. You need plumber. Plumber only hires girl plumbers, so they won't ruin the vibe of your girl apartment. Plumber. Girl plumbers can do everything boy plumbers can do, but in heels.
We can't actually work in these, you know that, right?
No, those are steel toe. Girl plumbers won't ask you gross questions. They know that your toilet is only clogged with glitter.
You're flushing glitter? You can't be flushing glitter.
We're gonna need all different tools for that.
Plumber. Girl plumbers only cost 83% of what boy plumbers cost.
Wait, that's really f***ed up.
You're literally doing the gender pay gap.
Plumber. So use plumber today.
Can we leave? Are you gonna pay us?